Have you ever heard of an idea so blatantly stupid and thought,
NANI?
well, buckle up, because we're taking down the biggest bad the West has ever seen. First things first, we need to do some mathematics. Using my vast network of information, I discovered that the Thunderjaw had 6,500 health, and I had a total of 235 rocks. I might be a little short, so I scoured the lands of the Forbidden West in search of rocks. It was tedious, so I skipped that part and decided I'd just pick up the rocks after I smacked them off his head. But first, I decided to be a little bitch and lower the difficulty because I can barely dodge at the best of times. So our battle began. I think I missed the first one, and I'm pretty sure he had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Good. Always surprise your opponents. While I was picking up some of my rocks, I saw some more. Magnificent. Every rock counts. It was hard to tell when I was hitting him. But I wasn't deterred. I would win this fight. Dodging was quite difficult. The developers didn't really design the game with rock throwing as a form of combat in mind. Hashtag make rock throwing viable, gorilla. The Thunderjaw also didn't like it when I picked up my rocks. I don't know why. They only did 1 damage. I was beginning to get into the flow of things. I even hit a weak spot, which caused a whopping 2 damage. Great. I'll be here until Christmas. This fight was showing me how crap I was at the game.
You suck!
Even when I thought I was being clever, he was 1 step ahead. I don't even know what happened here. She just kinda fell over, and I thought I'd show it. Oh, and the chances. The chances I had to whack him in the face with the spear. It was so tempting, but I was disciplined. Like those stupid motivational videos that keeps showing up in my recommended. I think YouTube thinks I'm depressed. Eventually, I accidentally hit R2 after a lapse in concentration and had to start again. Fantastic. Back to the grind. And by God, it was a fucking grind. Despite the fact I was finally seeing some damage to his health bar, it felt like the game was against my amazing idea. Seriously. Even the wind was against me. At least I was getting good at the rock throwing. I was actually hitting him consistently. And just for the record, it was taking me in-game days to see some results. I'm pretty sure she should be dead from exhaustion by now. She's practically fought for 3 days straight. Probably more. I'm just saying. This grub even tried to disrupt my technology. Joke's on him! My version of Eli fights like a fucking caveman. In case you're wondering why I took him up this little mini mountain here, it was because I didn't want anyone else getting in the way and hitting him and fuck me over. As you can see by now, I kinda gave up on picking up the rocks consistently and just picked them up when I felt like it. Finally, I remembered something important. I had skills that could be used for healing. About time I started to use them. And then I began to have some deep thoughts. You know, this rock throwing thing ain't so bad. It's only taken me an hour and a half. I wonder how long it would take to beat the game like this. Probably too long. At this point, you might begin to think I was getting comfortable at this. I certainly did. And then, I accidentally pressed R1 and nearly shot myself. I was lucky enough not to hit him, but it's really easy just to go back to basics if you even lose concentration for a second. The rocks were really beginning to show now on the ground. As you can see for yourselves, this was practically a health and safety hazard. And then, the unthinkable happened. Eli ignored my commands and had a swing with the spear, even though I had the rocks equipped. Fortunately, I managed to turn her away from the dinosaur, or I was going to bloody snap. This made the challenge just that little bit more harder, because now I was trying to make sure I was always out of range with the spear just in case she decided to get any more ideas. You never realise how much those turrets fucking suck until you've actually had to deal with them for the majority of the fight. Normally, they'd be long gone by now. And don't get me started on some of those camera angles. Some Dark Souls level type shit. At least I destroyed one of those turrets at last. Only took me the majority of his health. It was sort of a double-edged sword though, because now I lost one of the few weak spots I could consistently hit. At long last, we were getting near the end of this fucking fight, even if I was still picking up rocks, just in case. Eventually, after some camera angle shenanigans, I threw my final rock. After over 3 hours, there was only one thing on my mind. This is gonna take forever to pick up all these fucking rocks.